Hey, what is up guys, Control here, and today's video is going to be on Vlad and Sejuani. This is just a list that chat sent me. Bruce by God was playing it, so I decided to, give it a spin. Everybody wanted me to play because I said I wanted to play with Vlad as well yesterday, and, well, we did. There wasn't too many differences between what I did and what he played with. I believe the main one was that I cut 3 Babbling Bjergs and I added 3 Scarthane Steppins because I figured that he would get an obscene amount of attack and just help the Trifarian Assessor draw you more on curve if you need to do that. Which, we didn't end up doing a lot, but with Omen Hawk, sometimes it actually made sense because the Trifarian Assessor would be a 5-4, and then you'd have your stuff and be like a 5-3 occasionally, and then you just draw 2 on curve, which is pretty sweet. It didn't line up too much, but overall stuff and I felt like was pretty good. And like intuitively I thought he'd be better than Bjerg. You still probably think that I prefer to play stuff in over Bjerg. Just means that you're a little bit more loaded on the 3-drop kind of cards, more so than the 4s, which I think is fine. It's like one of those to each their own. I mean, preference kind of stuff. Overall, the deck's pretty straightforward though. Your main kind of game plan is to just curve out, right? Like you want to go Omen Hawk on 1, Disciple on 2, Steppin on 3, Crimson Awakener on 4, Vlad on 5, attack, boom, splooge all over the board, level the Vlad up, have that stuff pop off, and yeah, then it's good. Sejuani's not like a cornerstone in this deck. She's kind of just in there because she's a very strong unit, kind of in a similar fashion to why people would play Vi last patch, just because she's strong. You just splash in her decks, which she still actually is splashed in decks just because she is so strong. It's not like she's been gutted or anything. That's kind of why you play Sej. Playing Freljord, you want to play another good champion. Sejuani kind of just fits that. She gives you, the ability to give a unit vulnerable, make it have 0 attack it. And with Culling Strike, that's kind of a cool combination because you can literally remove anything just by going Sejuani, use her play effect on it, Culling Strike it, boom, it's gone. So that's pretty cool. You also get a couple cool buffs from Freljord as well, like Elixir of Iron and Fury of the North. 2 really good ones to kind of just help you during combat, buff your units up, keep them alive, because one of the big things with Vladimir is in order to have him really pop off, you need your units to survive damage over and over again. And, cards like Transfusion, Elixir of Iron, Fury of the North are really going to help you do that. So definitely great fits for the list. And I think overall, it's actually pretty decent. It's not that bad. And, you find a good home for cards like Crimson Awakener, which actually does pop off a lot. So other things you could talk about are just potentially other cards you could run in the list. I was seeing people play Crimson Curator quite a bit yesterday. I'm not too sold on it myself. It could be better than Stefan. Again, like it's just day 1 deck, right? So it's nothing perfect, and there are definitely changes you could make to them. But Curator could be good. That could definitely be a card that could, just give you more value if that's what you feel like you need. However, when I was playing the list, I didn't really feel like I ran out of gas or needed, like a random Crimson unit in my hand, right? I never really felt like, oh, Crimson Aristocrat off my Crimson Curator would just win me a game or like help me get there. Or, like another Crimson Awakener would do that much. So for me, I felt like the Curator wasn't that good. You can talk about that and a bunch of other cards in the deck, even like Babbling Bjerg, for example. But I'm pretty happy with the 40 cards we're jamming, so I'd say this list is fine in net deck and just play if you guys are interested in it. And sometimes I'll have the Dusk Raider pop off, which is pretty sweet. Anyways, enjoy the video, guys. Thanks for watching. Appreciate it. Have a great day. Probably a mirror. Omen Hawk buffs are probably pretty relevant. Elixir of Iron is probably also really good. Honestly, even Fury of the North's good, but I don't think I want to keep it. Trapper, okay. So 2 and 3. I'm sorry, I said Trapper when I drew Stefan. And then I drew the Trapper. Okay. So as of right now, our Assessor's not doing anything. This trade should be fine.
Let's see what you can do. Look what you did.
I think because I have the Stefan, should wait. Keeping the 3-1 around doesn't do as much as I'd like it to.
The trap is set. Pledge to Sejuani's service.
This guy knows what's up. Speaking of Sejuani, okay. Miss Thickham's popping up. What is good, girl?
These stories were true.
Okay.
I love a taste of the action.
Over there.
It's a good assessor turn at least. Okay. Cool play. I'll do the same thing. I don't really care. Like, it's fine. Dude.
Let me show you what I can do. You own what you take.
He'll never have a Sejuani to answer my Sejuani though, right? That can't happen. It's against the law. I think. He'll have a Sejuani for next turn. That's fine though.
Ride onward.
That is fine. Not even a big deal. Okay. The bait should head down and sub Sess G subs head down. What is good? So Dratsu.
Pain is nothing.
We don't Dratsu. We do not Dratsu. That's a combo.
Stand and fight.
Now I take 4 instead of 5. Crazy. Crazy, crazy.
Line up.
It's not, it's actually really good. Really, really good here. Omen not coming in clutch.
Drive them before us.
Super, super clutch. Okay. So,
I love a man with
I mean, based on those draws, this kind of went from being like super unwinnable to maybe winnable. Yo, Swim, thanks so much for the raid, dude. Appreciate that. Your stream was awesome, man. Welcome, guys. What's good? I am kind of getting boned right now. But we actually just got another Assessor, one that has 5 attacks, so hopefully we're gonna not get boned. I think attacking is good. Can maybe bait something here with the 4-3 into like one of the 5 attack units. So I think we just like attack with everything except for the Disciple. It should be good. Yeah. He's it's actually so scary. If he does any more Nexus damage this round, Plunder will be triggered, and then he just needs to do a little bit, and then all of my cards are Frostbitten, which will not be good. It's an okay outcome though. So here we can actually just win sometimes. So let's go for the 1. Boom, boom. And I think we get there. 2 mana. $50 dab win, let's go. Okay. That's a good situation to come in on for sure. Yeah. We go from getting clapped to not quite getting clapped. Calling Strike should be really good. So Trapper versus Stefan. I feel like it's like probably like this. I could be wrong though. Like maybe I'm just undervaluing mulling more for like the Omen Hawk / choose. I feel like 2s probably aren't that important because we're on odds, but the Hawk is pretty busted. Playing nothing but Fizz OTK. That's pretty dope. Fizz is one of the ones I definitely want to give more of a spin on. I guess not really more of a spin, but more, I guess, of an attempt to kind of play, because I really haven't touched him too much. Jesus, that's a lot of damage. I played a little bit with, like, Fizz Teemo right at the start of the expansion, but I really haven't given him too much of a look past that. Are we dead? I feel like we're really dead here. I also maybe should have just like Calling Strike that, because we would have saved a lot of health and we're kind of dying. Probably pass. So I guess the hope here is that he develops instead of just opening, because then we can at least do like transfusion stuff. Okay. So we can use spell mana, I guess. Fury the North, block the 4/4 maybe. It's kind of okay. I think that's a play. And I just take that. We're not very close to having Vlad leveled up, but again, if we do get that to happen, the buff to him was to get the Drain. So if we magically have our units survive 5 more attacks, Vlad's gonna work. Now, I don't think magic really will work too often here, but it's important to be optimistic, especially when you're at 8 health on turn 4. Okay, tree guy, that's fine. Tree guy's not that aggressive, so we're okay. Now I almost don't want to play Vlad. Never just like not play Vlad here. It feels kind of bad. Could just be open. I feel like with this hand, I really need to get value out of these. So it's maybe actually just like start Omen Hawk, go and Yeti in and go from there. I actually think that Vlad is maybe just like really not good enough in this exact situation. Okay. Should be fine. What do you think they should have if they have any new updates with new features? I think tournament mode would be a really good one. That would be one that I'd like a lot. Ooh, okay. That was a card that we were actually messing around with a lot. Dude, Fading Memories is super sweet. So this is going to hold that for next run to attack me with. 5-head plays. 3 mana left. So I could just like Culling Strike the Malachi to get rid of the sapling for next rounds. We scale Vlad if we attack with this, which is good. We do need to do that to make it so he's going to level. I maybe could just do something like this still, and then just go from there, I guess. Let him to do something, sorry. With his mana. He could also just like float the 7, right? Not really care. That's okay though. That's fine. So we don't really have to do too much now. We can just wait. Because the blocks just aren't really relevant at all. That's the relevant block. So we can Elixir of Iron that if we want. It makes the Trapper live. But then we don't get a Calling Strike. And I feel like I'd rather Calling Strike. So we take our scaling. Hit the Calling Strike button. And then probably use Vlad Elixir of Iron next turn into an open attack, I think, most of the time. Vlad on curve is decent. I mean, it's okay, but I think that we're probably going to need to be healing in order to do well in this matchup, I think. And I do think that the culling here is really big, just to kind of remove the sapling, just killing the Stefan. I don't know if it's really that relevant, though, just because... Like, yeah, this guy's going to survive damage and get pretty big attack-wise, but he's never going to connect phase. This guy's going to be running 7,000 tokens that are kind of just going to be answering everything we really want to have. Tournament mode be just like an inclined tournament mode. Where, you know, you can run tournaments with friends, that kind of stuff. It's one thing that's, you know, the Hearthstone devs have been promising for a long time. Come from a Hearthstone background, so... They have been promising that for... I don't even know how long, but a very long time. And it's never really... I guess they promised it, and then they kind of backed off on their promise, I guess, so... It's not that they've been promising it forever, it's just that it was a thing they were saying they're going to do, and then they didn't end up doing it. So we do that. If I make that hit, he kind of gets close to leveling, though, but then I don't kill the Prankster. I feel like this is right. I think we want the Prankster to die. Could be wrong, though. Mark, okay. Sure. Is that it? So what we're going to do to level him is actually just Transfusion first next turn, I think. So we do that. We want a card to live because... Well, if our cards live, we deal damage to our allies and we drain. And then we don't die. Which is kind of a big deal, I think. Because if you die in the game, then you lose. And I think we want to win. Yeah. Well, I know killing the Undying is bad, right? I do agree with that, but the thing is it'll scale Vlad for 1. And for 2, I have a very low amount of health. So I think it's okay. That's another way to do that as well. So we do this, and then we just attack. We don't heal a lot, but it's nice at least. So push 12 plus 3, 15. Okay. He's always gonna block Stefan, right? So I mean, that's on. That's just like part of his play, I think. Stefan lives it, which is good. So that happens. We're a little bit off. Even if we transfusion, nothing really matters. We say okay. He does not hit us with Runation, okay. Sedge is dope here, dude. So good. Oh no. What is this guy doing? Not a fan of that at all. So, into that, we can just maybe freeze one. He only has 8 mana, so the freeze feels like it's kind of good. Transfusion's also still a thing that we can do as well, right? Okay. Sure. I mean, we'll save the transfusion for the Sedge next round, I guess, and just try to win and say the vengeance does not exist. But that's fine, I think. We're not gonna be able to go wide enough to let Vlad get a guaranteed kill with his effect by himself. I should have Vlad block at 2/1s, and there's one less unit in play, I think. We should be good. I think it's nice. Yikes. Okay. We're at 3 health, but he has no units, so. I mean, he has to play something. He's dead, right? So we hit the open button. Okay, GG. I think we only healed for 2 with Vlad that game though, right? Like the turn where he attacked with Vlad with Stefan and the Trapper or whatever the other card was, we healed for 2, so we still technically would have won before the buffs went through. Swing greater than Vlad? You're not wrong, but the thing is, we know that already, so I mean, it's kind of whatever. I don't really feel like there's any point to like just jam whatever the fuck is like the strongest right now, because I mean, is this even, it's good against a tree, right? Like it's really good against a tree. I wonder, like these are also like really good cards, but I'm gonna have buffed units anyways that I'm drawing, so I feel like this mulligan's fine. I don't really think that there's any real point in just playing the things that we know are the strongest over and over again. That's okay. I feel like it's a 2 over another Hawk, but I mean, giving whatever I draw +2/2 is huge. Did they play anything with 2 attack on turn 2? They have the toss card, the 2-1 toss. I feel like this is safer. Reader maybe not the best in that case. Yeah. My brain is massive. It's expanding at a rapid rate. Absolutely huge. If you replace Sedge and Tusk Raider for Swain and Ship. So what about that? I mean, you could, but I mean, would you still want to be running Freljord? It would be a completely different deck, I think. Assessor now draws off herself. I mean, if we play the Trapper now, we could get the Yeti for next round, which would be better with the Assessor, but I don't think we have to play this on 4 anyways. So I think I'm kind of okay going Hawk plus Raider over the Trapper. I think that I just like the Hawk buffs to see like what we're drawing, really. Feels stronger to me. Huh. That's kind of big. So you can play Trapper, or you can just take 4 damage. Assessor to draw one's kind of a play, but not really the look, I don't think. It's also kind of a weird situation now because We're in a spot where we have a Calling Strike that can answer like a Maokai or something, but we don't really have spell mana to do it. So it's a little bit weird. I think I just like open. Open, play Trapper, so no spell mana. I mean, we technically don't have to play Vlad next round. That's not really something that we're required to do, but it's kind of a good look into like an open attack with him usually, I think.
The Isles will bloom again.
This tree. So I kind of want Tree to die, so yeah, we do that so he doesn't like further his toss and give him the sapling things to kill my good cards. Yeah. So level up Sedge, a viable win con in this deck. I don't think that's really the idea with Sejuani now. No, I don't think you try to level her up. I think you play Sejuani in this list in a similar fashion to why you play Vi in other decks is just because she's a strong champion. She also has like really crazy synergy with Calling Strike too, where you can like Sedge Calling Strike anything. But I think you would just play her as more of a unit than something that you know, you look at to just win you a game, I guess, is what I could say about it. Okay, this is the go super wide line. You go Omen Hawk, you go Trapper, and then you top deck the 5/5. I also still think Omen Hawk first is better. I might be wrong, but I feel like it's better. Because I don't think that being a 5/5 versus a 6/6 really matters too much. So I go Yeti first. He's not deep yet, right? So it's kind of okay. Wouldn't Stormclaw or Ursine work well with accessories, Yetis, and stuff in? It probably wouldn't be that bad, yeah. It's just, that's another 5-drop, right? It could be 6, but competes with Vlad, I guess. It also just gives you heavier things, which I don't know if is really the idea that you want to have. I think you want to have like a consistent curve with this deck. So I don't know if that's really the move.
I've dressed for the
Whew.
in red.
Okay. That's kind of a pop-off. Not everybody's going to survive though, so I don't think we're going to get on the level here, but he will be very close. We're doing a shit ton of damage. Yeah, this is just really, really good. Nothing more to say. Feast the 1/1. Having an extra blocker here for him is actually massive as far as health goes, right? So I mean, it makes sense.
Leave nothing standing.
Value trade gamer, okay. What's his cards, huh? Casual 12 damage.
They walked around.
I am Lord and Master.
And a good level up, okay. I didn't factor in the value trades when I was thinking it was going to level, by the way. I'm stupid. So, that's good. I think the thing about this game, though, is like you can say a lot about it, right? Like, obviously the deck looks sick here, right? We're popping off. Everything's basically going in our favor, but I mean, this is definitely like a turbo high roll like, kind of look this game, right? It's not like anything bad's happening. We literally, like, this is my backup. I don't know. It's a type of a game where you're playing any region plus splashing Freljord and drawing 2 Omen Hawks early game. Like, there really is not too much to say about it other than Omen Hawk is good. Cool. Broken card, it enables a lot of dumb stuff. Like drawing 3 cards here for no reason. Both of which are buffed for no reason. That's basically all there is to say about this exact game. But I will say it does feel really good to have this happen because it's nice to just see, you know, the buff Vlad pop off. Again, not in a situation where his new effect really matters, but it feels good. It's nice. Opponent did nothing this game. Well, I mean, it's a deep deck, right? His early game's kind of weak, so.
I will not rest.
Okay. Okay. GG. I feel like Vlad needs support to not lose his attacking units in trades.
Is impeccable.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. This deck kind of does it though, right? With Transfusion and Elixir of Iron. Those are usually good enough.